Hello. In this video, we're going to be talking about how we find the missing angle in a triangle. Okay, so first things first, we need to appreciate what an angle is. So if we look at where two sides join, the two sides meet, they create this corner, don't they? They create like a joining, and this is what we call an angle. So we've got one angle here, we've got one angle here, and we've got another angle here. So in a triangle, we have three angles. Okay, so what we're looking at today is how do we find the value of that missing angle? So how big is it? Now, when we are measuring angles, we use something called degrees. Okay, but degrees, we don't write the word degrees in maths. Instead, we do this little circle here to the top right of a number, and that means degrees. So it saves us having to write out degrees. We just use that little circle. So you can see that I already have two values calculated. This bottom left angle here is 60 degrees, and this bottom right angle here is 40 degrees. So without using any mathematical tools, how do I calculate this missing angle? This one hasn't been done. Now, the way we do this is very, very straightforward. So one thing we need to remember is that every triangle has 180 degrees. Every single triangle has 180 degrees. Okay, it doesn't matter how big the triangle is or how small the triangle is, it's always going to have 180 degrees. So that makes our job very simple now, because we've got this bottom left one, which is 60, and we've got the bottom right one, which is 40. If we add 60 to 40, we'd get 100. Okay, so if a triangle has 180 degrees and these two angles added together equals 100, all I've got to do is find the difference between 100 and 180. In other words, I just subtract 100 from 180. So 180 subtract 100. So 180 is the value of all the angles added together, and 100 is the values that we've found out so far. So if we subtract 100 from 180, we're going to get this missing angle here. So 180 subtract 100 would give me 80. So I know that this missing angle here is 80 degrees. Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, it's the same process. Remember from the last question, we should now understand that every single triangle has 180 degrees. So I know the sum of two angles. I've got 30 here and I've got 40 here. So 30 plus 40 equals 70. So to find the missing angle, I just have to subtract 70 from 180. So 180 subtract 70. Now, you can subtract how you like. Use a column method. Maybe you could do it in your head. Your knowledge of number facts, whichever way works for you is fine. You should get the same answer though. 180 subtract 70 equals 110. So I know that the missing angle here has the value of 110 degrees. Okay, let's do one more. So in this triangle, once again, it's going to add up to 180. So all I need to do is add the two angles together that I have been given. So I've got 45 here and I've got 55 here. If I add those both together, 45 plus 55 is 100. So I have to subtract 100 from 180. And if I do that, that will leave me with 80 degrees. So I know the value of this missing angle here is 180 degrees. Okay, so to summarize, if we know the value of two angles, we can always calculate the value of the third. We don't need any tools at all. All we need to know is the value of two angles, and then we can always calculate the third. Every triangle has three angles, which has a total degrees. Every triangle which has three angles. Every triangle has three angles, which is a total of 180 degrees. That never changes, doesn't matter how small it is, how big it is, it's always going to have 180 degrees. So if you have the value of two angles, from now on, you should always be able to find out the value of the third angle. Thank you very much. If you could take the time to have a look at the homework sheet attached and give it a go, that would be amazing. Thank you. Goodbye.